Hey YouTube, welcome back everybody. I wanted to first start off by saying thank you very much. We are halfway to our goal of 150 subscribers for someone to win this model. You guys probably remember when, once we hit 150 subscribers, this will be sent out to one of you free of charge, randomly selected. I don't know if we're going to put names in a hat, throw out a dartboard or what, but yeah, this will be the engine that you guys get. So we're going to make a short video tonight, try to keep it short at least, and it's addressing a comment that we had on running white gas in one of these models. And I replied to Alan, if you're watching this one, that yes, I believe that it would be fine to run white gas in them as long as a person put mixed fuel in them. So what we're going to do is put this guy out of the way. I went to our local mass marketer and I bought some universal 2-cycle oil, and I bought a gallon of white gas camp fuel for gas stoves and lanterns. You know, we always just called it Coleman fuel. What I'm going to do is mix 140 milliliters of white gas, Coleman gas, camp fuel, whatever you want to name it, to 4 3/8 milliliters. We're going to call it 4.5 milliliters of 2-cycle oil. And we're going to try to run it in this. This still has some fuel in it. And I thought, well, before we put it away, and I had forgotten about your comment, Alan. I do apologize. So maybe we can all learn something from this and, you know, see what happens. So we're going to start this guy up, make sure that it still runs and it still has our VP fuel in it. You know, our 40-to-1 94 octane ethanol free fuel in it. So we'll start it up on that, make sure it still runs. I will dump the fuel out of it. We'll mix this and our 2-cycle oil together in, well, an approved jar. And yeah, we'll see if we can get it to fire off again and run. Okay, so we're lined up. I'm sorry if I bumped the camera. Turn this on. Give it a little bit of throttle and choke it. And this is a cold engine, guys. I haven't ran it yet today at all. We'll let it run for a second just so you guys can see that it does run. And, might as well shut it off now. Dump that fuel out of the tank back here. And we'll mix up our approved gas container full of Coleman fuel, and we'll go from there. We'll shut this little guy off. I'll get this mixed up, and I'll bring you guys back as quick as I can. Okay, so I dumped all the fuel out of it. There wasn't much left, but we're going to start it back up and run it till it's dry. I guess that didn't take as long as I expected. So, okay, well, hopefully we don't have to edit through this. That's another thing I found out about this GoPro and the editing software that I'm using, which it does work, but I'm not a big fan. When I make longer videos, yeah, let's just say it's not fun to try to edit them because parts of them leave and it's hard to find where things are in the middle. But okay, enough about that crap. All right, let's get some fuel mixed up, put it back in that tank. So we have 35 milliliters of white gas in here. We're going to do this 4 times, and hopefully my public education doesn't fail me on this, but so that should make 140 milliliters. So we have 140 milliliters of white gas or camp fuel in there. I don't know if you guys can see where this is at. It's not going to show up, but we have 4 3/4 milliliters of 2-cycle oil. We'll go ahead and put our lid back on here. So there, now we've got a really pretty blue, and I'll go ahead and fill this little tank up on this model, and we're going to see if it'll fire up and run for us. So give us just a second. Okay, so we've got our fuel taken out of there, and we've put almost 10 milliliters into our syringe. And that was another comment, I'll make it quick, about using fuel in these plastic syringes. And yeah, there is a problem with it wanting to break down if a person were to leave it in a syringe. And I completely understand that comment. I don't store fuel in these, but it will break down plastic and it will break down rubber. But I always try to run non-ethanol fuel, and I'm not saying that it wouldn't be a problem, but I haven't had a problem yet. So, okay, with that said, let's put fuel back in here. And it's starting to run out the top, so we'll stop, we'll set this guy out of the way, put our fuel cap back on. I'm trying to shoot this in real time. I mean, this is still cold from running it before. So we'll put our throttle about halfway. Our switch is on. Okay, let's choke this little fella. It is running on white gas. It doesn't seem like it likes it as much. But Alan, there you go, buddy. There's your answer. It does run on it. We might need to do some adjustments on the carburetor, but I'm not planning on running these on white fuel, so and there's considerable amount of oil residue getting blown out of it. I don't think it has quite enough poop to make it right. So, yes, it does run on it. Doesn't smell the greatest, but let's let this little guy run for a little bit and build some heat and see if it changes the way it operates. I'm not going to touch the throttle. We'll let him run. It is running. Doesn't seem to enjoy it too much, but it is. This is an experiment, guys. So, all right. Well, we'll let it run. I'm not going to make this video 25 minutes long. We'll cut some of it out. So it's been running for about 3 minutes now. Our exhaust exhaust is nice and warm. I can feel temperature in the block, but I'm not sure if it sounds like it's running rich. We can try to lean it out a little bit here by turning our screw in. That made a massive difference. Let's go ahead and slow our throttle down. Try to lean it out just a little bit more. And an eighth of a turn on these needles is a mile when it comes to real life. Alright guys, well, there you have it. At least this one here does run on white gas. So, there you go. And we are getting plenty of residue blowing out of our stack up here. So, it appears that we do have lubrication yet. I hear no odd noises. It does seem to run a little bit warmer. Pipe's much hotter than before. So, okay, well, it's up to you, but Alan, this was your video, buddy, so, alright, well, the idle seems much higher. Seems like it needs to be adjusted for the throttle to work right. To get it to idle with this fuel in it, it needs to run lean. You got to give it the juice and it starves. So pull it back down to an idle. But there you go, guys. There you have it. Once again, thank you everyone so very much for subscribing. As much as I love working on small engines, I like sharing them and showing them off just as much. So once again, guys, thank you. And don't forget about this giveaway engine back over here, because when we get to 150 and we're halfway there, one of you guys get to have this delivered to your doorstep free of charge. And I have not ran it. I ask only one thing. If you guys are on YouTube, make a video of your first start. I'd love to see it run. I'm saving that for you guys. So, all right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.